3c, what do I get? Negative 2c. So now I have 140 equals 170 minus 2c. And now what? What do I do to solve for c? Excellent. Minus 170 from both sides. Those ones cancel out. What's 140 minus 170? Excellent. So negative 30 equals negative 2c. And now what's my last step to solve for c? Yeah, divide by negative 2. So what does c equal? 15. Perfect. Okay, and now am I done?
No, you have to plug in 15 for c in that equation again.
Yeah. Into what equation?
For 140, just find it plus 3c.
I could plug it in here. I could plug it in for this c right here. Where else could I plug it in? Yeah, I could plug it into the smaller one up here. I could even plug it in right there in that equation that I got from this equation. Yeah? Which one is going to be the easiest? 1, 2, or 3? You think 2? You think 3? I think 3 too, because the a is already solved for. It's all by itself. So if I just plug in 15 for c, this equation becomes a equals 34 minus 15. What's 34 minus 15? 19. So A equals 19. So if I plugged in 15 here for C, I would have gotten the same thing, but it's just a little extra work because then I would have had to solve for A. Same thing here. I could have plugged it in, but then I'd have to like multiply and then subtract that and then divide, right? It's just more work. So look for the equation that's the easiest to solve. Okay, who are you? Hello. Sure. Thanks. Bye-bye. That's you, Sean. So this will be posted in Google Classroom. Okay, let's go to the next problem. Magdalena, what you guys got over there? That looks good. It's looking good. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, Magdalena is a chef. She makes quiches and she makes crepes. She needs 4 eggs to make a quiche and 6 eggs to make a batch of crepes. And she has 48 eggs total. So we've got an equation from that, right? 48 is the total amount of eggs equals 4 eggs for every quiche plus 6 eggs for every batch of crepes. So that's perfect. And then if she uses all 48 eggs, we want to come up with a couple of examples, couple combinations of how many quiches and how many crepes she's going to make. So what's one combination you guys came up with? So that's saying like 5 crepes and 3 quiche. Is that what that says back there? Yeah? Okay, so let's try that. So if Q equals 3, then C is going to equal 5. Okay, so she makes 3 quiches. I don't know what the plural of quiche is. And then 5 batches of crepes. That means that I can plug in 3 for Q and 5 for C, and I should get to 48. Am I going to get to 48? 4 times 3 plus 6 times 5. What's 4 times 3? 12. And what's 6 times 5? Is 12 plus 30 48? No, it's 32. So she could make that combination, but she'd have eggs left over, right? Let's try another one. So you got 0 crepes and 12 quiche. Let's try that. So quiche would equal 12 and crepes would equal 0. So then my equation becomes 4 times 12 plus 6 times 0. What's 4 times 12? 48. What's 6 times 0? What's 48 plus 0? Yeah, so that combination works. That combination works. This one, I mean, it's not like she's using more eggs than she has. That really wouldn't work, but, right, we're trying to get to 48 here. Okay. And then what about for C? For C, we need to write a second equation. What's my second equation going to be? I'm going to use this top equation, 48 equals 4Q plus 6C. What's my other equation I can use from this information they give me? Say that again. Yep, I got that equation. What's my second equation? I see it over there written in green.
Q equals C plus 7.
That's it, right? Quiches equals 7 plus the number of crepes, right? She made 7 more quiches than crepes. And let's be really clear, 7 more quiches than crepes means 7 plus the amount of crepes. That's different than if I said she made 7 times more, right? That would be 7 times C. But here we're saying 7 more, so that's 7 plus C. And so now what can I do with my two equations? What do I do from there? Looks like you guys did it. What you do? What'd you guys do in that front row there? What was your next step once you got those two equations?
Substitution.
Yeah, what are we substituting?
7 plus C.
Yes, 7 plus C can get subbed in for Q. So that top equation then becomes 48 equals 4 times 7 plus C plus 6C. And what am I going to do to solve that? Yeah, multiply first. So 48 equals, what's 4 times 7? And then what's 4 times C?
4C.
4C, and then plus 6C. What's my next step? Yeah, combine like terms. 4C and 6C give me what? 10C. So now I have 28 plus 10C equals 48. Now what? Subtract 28 from both sides. So what's 48 minus 28?
20.
So 20 equals 10C. Now what? Divide by 10. So what does C equal?
2.
So C equals 2. Am I done?
No, you have to just add 7 to that.
Yeah, I gotta like just plug it right back into this equation to figure out what Q is. So Q is 7 plus C, but C is 2. So Q is 7 plus 2, which gives us, what's 7 plus 2? 9. So there's our answer. C is 2 and Q is 9. Good. All right, number 2. Number 2, what we got over there? Can you guys tell me what your first step was? Yes, all right. So down here I can see Z is solved for. So that means that I can take the other side of that equation, this expression right here, and I can plug it in for the Z. Since Z equals 2W plus 1, I plug in 2W plus 1 for Z. So let's rewrite this top equation just like they did over there. Good, good. Negative 4W plus 5 times 2W plus 1 equals negative 19. And what do I do to solve this for W? Before combining like terms, what do you got to do first? Distribute, yeah? So I got negative 4W plus 10W plus 5 equals negative 19. And now what do? Now we combine like terms. My like terms are right here, negative 4W and 10W. What's negative 4 plus 10? 6W plus 5 equals negative 19. And now what? Subtract 5, subtract 5. So 6W equals negative 24. And now what? Divide by 6. So W equals negative 4. And then, am I done?
No.
What do I do now? Yes, I take that negative 4 and I can plug it in. And I can plug it into either equation. Which equation is going to be easier? Yeah, the Z equation, exactly. So I'm going to plug in negative 4 for W here. So I get Z equals 2 times negative 4 plus 1. What's 2 times negative 4? Negative 8 plus 1 is negative 7. So W equals negative 4 and Z equals negative 7. That's my answer. Right? Make sure we have both parts. Okay, and then last but not least, you guys back there. Okay, so Brock bought 4 candy bars and 2 packs of gum and spent $9.80. 2 packs of gum cost the same as 3 candy bars. We want to write a system of equations to represent the situation. So what's your first equation you have over there?
4C plus 2G.
Good. 4C plus 2G equals 9.8. Right, $9.80. And then what was my second equation? Because the system of equations has to be more than just one. It has to be
2B equals 3C.
Yeah, and I'm just going to call that 2G, G for gum instead of, yeah, so 2G equals 3C, which is good. Now what? What can I do? Yeah, substitute what? Yeah, I can, since 2G shows up in both, I can take this 3C and plug it in where I see that 2G there. So I'll rewrite this equation, 4C plus, instead of 2G, it's 3C. So 4C plus 3C equals 9.8. What do I do to solve for C? Combine like terms. What's 4C plus 3C? So 7C equals 9.8. And then divide by 7. So what does C equal? 1.4. What does that mean in terms of money? Yeah, $1.40. So, okay, so the candy bar costs $1.40. How much does the gum cost? What are we going to do to find out how much the gum costs?
Go back to 140 for C.
That works. But yeah, I can take that 1.4 and plug it in for C. Okay, so that second equation can become 2G equals 3 times 1.4. And then what's 3 times 1.4? 4.2. So 2G equals 4.2. How do I solve for G?
Divide by 2.
So G equals, there you go. What does that mean in terms of money?
$2.
$2.01?
$2.
$2.10. Good. Okay. Cool. So you have 25 minutes right now to work on that back page and to answer any questions you have about that back page.